Congressman George Santos could appear in federal court as early as today. A law enforcement source says the Justice Department has filed criminal charges against the New York lawmaker who has admitted to lying about his past. Santos has resisted calls to step down since before he was even sworn in. Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, joins us now. Niall, my friend, always good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Good to see you, Margaret.
So these charges were filed under seal. As of this morning and this hour, what do you know, and what are you anticipating those charges to actually look like?
So what we can surmise, Marky, is that they have something to do with money and probably campaign finance. And the reason we know that, even though the indictment is sealed, is because this case emanates from the Eastern District of New York, and that district, the prosecutors there, were examining the money issues that pertain around the congressman. I think the money has always been the more serious element of these allegations. We all know there's this long list of embellishments or fantasies that he has propagated about his background, but the questions have always been more serious about money.
And as we mentioned off the top, there have been so many calls for him to step down, even within his own party. And I think back to the State of the Union night when he had that exchange with Mitt Romney. What are Republicans thinking, and how big of an issue is this for them?
It is an issue for them, and it's a distraction rather than, I would say, a destructive issue. The problem for Republicans is that they want to keep the pressure on the Biden administration, on the debt ceiling, on immigration, all kinds of issues. And now instead you have this rather surreal, weird story about this guy who's become almost a tabloid figure because of some of his fabulisms. So that is a problem for Republicans, but they have always tried to put at least some degree of distance between themselves and Congressman Santos.
Yeah, from school to religion to working on Broadway for a while. How likely is it, do you think, that Santos would actually resign? And will House Speaker Kevin McCarthy force him to actually do so?
It would be difficult to force him to do so. Now, Speaker McCarthy has already removed George Santos from committees, but the Speaker has really taken refuge in the idea that people are innocent until proven guilty, and therefore there has been no call to resign as yet. Santos, for his part, the congressman has always said that he won't resign. He has never suggested any willingness to do that, and to actually remove him would require a 2/3 vote of the House of Representatives, which is a tall order in the current climate.
Yeah, I guess not illegal to lie to your constituents about resumes. So we'll just have to see after this is unsealed later on today. On the flip side, last question for you. Prominent Republicans have accused the DOJ of targeting conservatives. Will this reignite allegations of selective prosecution, or is Santos' case, is this totally different?
I think Santos is a case apart, Marky, honestly. There are not many Republicans clambering out onto a limb to defend Congressman Santos just because there is that very strange record of embellishments and outright lies. So there is, of course, as you say, an argument about selective prosecution or selective application of justice. But Congressman George Santos is not the best example that you want to put forward for that if you're a Republican.
Right. Niall Stanage, as always, thank you for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.